Ladies and
I'm
gentlemen,
not in a
welcome
singing mood today, as you know.
Oh, well, you're not in a singing mood, and I'll tell everyone why. I'm sitting in here,
Lurking,
and
not sitting,
I hear
lurking.
something next door. And I go, good morning. Nothing. Right, okay. Oh, okay. Then a little while later, you're over this area, and I go, morning, dude. Nothing.
Oh.
Right? And usually, there's singing going on, because you sing non-stop. I don't know if you know this.
Yeah, I like to twitter away to myself.
And I thought, oh, it's not him. And I'm shouting, oh, right, I'll just wait. And then about 5 minutes ago, you open the door and go, you're here.
Yeah.
I would get your hair looked at.
Yeah, but I'm just putting you in your place. I thought you were being a little bit needy. Calling out to me from the dark. I opened the door and it was like Gollum. It's that bit when Bilbo Baggins meets Gollum.
No, this is because I just shaved my head.
I meet Gollum in the dark. You're looking for the ring. Let's play like a fucking riddles. Then I'll go and fight a dragon.
This is because I shaved my head and I'm just extra
okay,
smooth today.
Okay, Yul Brynner. I
like that.
I turned on the TV this morning and I just think it was the worst TV experience of my life. So BBC One Breakfast, they had on Gareth Malone, getting that choir guy. One of the worst people.
I'm not sure.
One of the worst
Terrible.
people. Can he got old ladies to choir?
Oh, right.
Now that's a 5 minutes worth of television. He's been on the TV with fucking about 12 years with that shtick.
Oof.
And I thought, I hate Gareth Malone. I'll turn on ITV. Jeffrey Archer.
What? I thought he was dead.
Call me Jeffrey. Sir Jeffrey Archer. He's got some new book. So he sat there with a replica of the fucking Queen's crown, going on about some stupid book he's
Didn't
written.
he raise a lot of money for the Turkish Kurds in Iraq, and the money has been resting in his account for 35 years?
He said he won a gold medal in the Olympics. That was a lie. Everything about him is a lie. He's just a lie. He was the Tories' main liar back in the day.
He's a piece of shit, though.
And he's utterly shameless. There was a thing many years ago, and I don't know if you watched it. I think it was it's bound to have been Channel 4. It's a Channel 4 kind of concept.
Okay.
But they had actors in, and they did a rape trial.
Okay.
And then there was a real jury.
And this was just for fun?
It was to see what people's fucking prejudices were when it comes
fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
But fucking Sir Jeffrey Archer was on the jury, I believe. So they're doing the 12 Angry Men bit through in the back, and they're discussing the trial. And it's stuck in my mind forever. Jeffrey Archer. It was basically, I think the woman had been raped twice by the guy. And Jeffrey was perplexed because he wasn't sure how quickly a man could reload for a second go. And he just went, when a man comes, like that. And I thought, Jesus Christ, I would kill him with a cheese wire.
Yeah.
So then that was on, and I thought, this is terrible.
Oh, dear.
Then they went Hollywood Legends coming on. Joan Collins.
That's not a legend.
She's not a Hollywood legend.
She's not a legend.
She's a C-list. She's a Meghan Markle actress.
She was in Star Trek.
Yeah.
She was in The Stud, The Bitch, and she's here now.
She's here. Longevity.
Persisted.
Longevity.
That's it.
So she was on. So they start. She always likes to say how big a hooer she was. So
Wonderful.
they're going on about. She was going on about fucking Ilya Kuryakin. He's dead. Robert McCarthy.
Yeah. He died.
So she says, that was my first boyfriend. So she immediately said, I've shagged him.
That's all she does.
She goes, I've shagged him.
I shagged him.
But then they told an interesting thing about him. So I think it's a Brian Cox element.
Oh.
Because they said he was Glaswegian. But I am almost certain he went to school in Cowdenbeath.
Now,
I'm sure he's a Fifer.
This is what happens.
Brian Cox in it.
If you're born within 600 miles of Glasgow, which includes Norway, you are Glaswegian. Yeah, that's just the way of it.
So then they said, they give a wee potted history of his stellar career.
Oh, right, okay.
He was a TV actor. Nothing wrong
that's
with
fine. I like him.
That. You know why he left Britain in the 60s?
Why?
It's getting too left wing.
Oh, why?
So he grew up in spitting distance of the Fife coalfields. But he went to America because he hated communists. But then he played a Russian. You're like, what the... In my mind, I was fizzing with anger the whole thing.
Well, he's dead now. Fuck
but
him.
When Richard Madeley... He was 90. When Richard Madeley was speaking to Jeffrey Archer, typical Richard Madeley, another hate figure of mine.
Oh, yeah.
He says, oh, Jeffrey, you've written like 79 books. Can all of them... Who reads Jeffrey Archer books? And he says, how do you do it, Jeffrey? He says, I've written 2 novels myself and it almost ended me. Oh, it was it's so exhausting. Richard Madeley's written 2 novels.
What?
Richard Madeley.
I want to read them now.
Well, his wife wrote a ghost story, but she's so drunk, it's probably just
She's drunk, and remember she got her tits out on live TV
on purpose.
Oh my god!
John Leslie saved her honour. John Leslie
saved someone's honours as their tits were out.
But she went to the British.
World's gone mad.
She went to the British TV Awards, and it was just an old grey bra
Yeah,
for the back of the cupboard.
it was a bit dirty, but she was going, "Oh, that's the best part about
Look
it."
at these. But I used to share a flat with a guy, and his girlfriend. It's not long. His girlfriend's sister had been a makeup girl this morning, and Judy was always coming in with black eyes. And the word was Richard. Either she was falling down the stairs drunk, or Richard was knocking her about.
I imagine she was the handsy one in that relationship.
Have you seen the photograph of them in like a Weatherspoons car park, a beer garden?
Dogging.
No, just sitting there drinking, and she's got a pint of gin, but she looks like Les Dawson. The poor woman. But Richard's trying to bone his own daughter, but she's had to get muscular to avoid him.
Yeah, she's had to build the strength up to defend herself. I have noticed that.
It's just awful. These people.
Holy shit, is this your second coffee or something?
Well, because the Brand thing's
My
still going.
God.
There's more people come forward for Richard Brand.
Russell Brand.
Russell Brand.
The thing is with Russell Brand is the common belief. You say, no, there's accusations against him. And people have went, again. Everyone's assumed he's been in jail for sex crimes and that for years. Nobody knows that he's got away with it.
What's quite funny is the whole thing is just the media is just, they're all hypocrites. They're all pieces of shit.
Yes.
Well,
That's true.
Lorraine Kelly, she's had to take a sabbatical from fucking Twitter because she's been getting pelters because she decided to jump in because he'd felt her up. And yeah, I mean, but she loved him for fucking years.
Okay.
But the Private Eye of Fame, they've done an article saying, the media, the fickle media. And it's just done a list of all the engagements Russell had. BBC, ITV, Channel 4. You know who's been most vociferous in their hatred of Russell Brand? I hate him so much I don't know his name.
It's the coffees. That's your last one.
The organisation has been most vociferous in its hatred of Russell Brand has been the Guardian newspaper. The Guardian newspaper was his longest employer. Employed him for fucking years, and they all just kissed his ass.
Knew.
No, so this is all
women weren't allowed to be on their own with it.
But this is all post Andrew Sachs. So the Guardian employed him, knowing fine well he was like, fucking shagged your granddaughter.
Yeah.
So it's bollocks. Owen Jones.
It's right. No, you're
George
right.
Monbiot, who's a right on kind of guys. He's a journalist. He writes quite a lot about.
If it involves reading, I don't read.
Well, he writes eco stuff, so he can just corporations and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, okay.
He loved Russell Brand.
Oh God,
loved him. In about 6 months, he had to do like a mea culpa saying, I'm terribly sorry for supporting this beast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
the thing is,
Owen Jones. Now, I have no real feeling about Owen Jones. Owen Jones wrote in Russell Brand's book a little thing in the beginning, a little front piece, a little.
Okay.
He wrote in the start of Brand's book, and Brand wrote in the front of his book. And I've said to Owen Jones, Russell Brand and you great friends. I didn't know him. You wrote his fucking book.
No, now here's where I would give some leeway with people. You have people that are horrific individuals, but there'll be people that know them and they'll swear blind they're great.
Charming, yeah.
That's absolutely allowed.
No,
but that's what these people are like.
What you say is, well, I thought he was a friend of mine. I didn't realise what he was up to. You don't go, never met the man.
Yeah, he goes, I thought he was a friend of mine, and I'm absolutely shattered by what he's done, and I'm so angry.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. But I didn't know the guy very well. It was
I'm unaware.
But you don't go, never met the man. Passed him once in a bus stop.
Yeah.
Stood in a queue with him.
Saw him at a distance on telly.
But there's a laddie, and it was quite, he's been the most honest about it, but he is trying to get ahead of possible criticism from himself. I think his name's Gordon Smart.
Don't know.
He's best mates. He's got a podcast. He's best mates with Martin Compton.
Oh my God, you're just saying a load of names today I've never heard.
Martin Compton's the wee guy who was in that. He's got a very convincing English accent. He was in the Line of Duty. The wee fella, wee Glaswegian fella. They don't know.
Oh my God.
He's been in. Look, he was in that Doomsday.
Oh right, okay.
He's a wee guy with a bow and arrow.
Okay, right, okay.
Martin
okay.
Compton. God, you're so nerdy.
Okay.
But anyway, I think they go back a long way. So this fella, Grant, whatever his name is, he rose quite high in the ranks. So media corps, so he'd be a news cop. So he was he was editor of the Scottish Sun.
Okay,
He had an editor. He quite a senior journalist he was at the News of the World initially. Then he was at the Sun and all this. But he was the guy that awarded Russell Brand 2 Shagger of the Year awards. So he's really quite tied to this guy. But the current editor of the Sun newspaper is a woman, Victoria or something.
Okay.
She set up the Shagger of the Year award. So she gave him his first shot. But so they're discussing it with this guy.
But here's the thing. Again, not to defend people, but someone could be promiscuous, they could shag around, they could be a rock star as he was acting fine.
But they were journalists.
But they should.
So they knew.
Yeah.
But he was all useful. But the thing was, they said to him, they knew each other pretty well. But they said to him, oh, but you're a good friend of his. And he goes, no. Oh, but you knew him quite well. No, I didn't know him quite well. He came with me.
Yeah.
But you can imagine, if you've been in newspapers from the 90s, in the Sun newspaper from the 90s,
oh my God,
through the early 2000s, he's like 43 now.
You're a terrible.
You've been involved,
human.
but he admitted it. He says the stuff they did. But he worked at the Courier, this guy.
Oh Jesus!
And he went from the Courier to the News of the World. And he said in his first day in office, it was fascinating. He went in, met his boss. His boss went to him, "Do you want a drink?" Thinking he thought a cup of tea. The guy poured them a half pint of Tia Maria.
Oh fucking hell!
And then
a syrup.
downed it, then downed another one. But they said they were just in the boozer. The whole culture at the Sun newspaper and the News of the World, they went to the pub and they would just, and if you read the articles, it's all that. The 90s were just drunken.
Yeah.
I drank my way through the 90s. It was mental time. Everybody was drunk.
I wasn't.
No, but you're pathetic. But everybody was out, everybody was clubbing. Dundee in the 90s was fucking wild. Fat Sam's was like every night of the week, packed. It was mental. But that was the energy.
One thing I've noticed about Russell Brand at the moment.
He's looking scared. He's looking scared.
It's the corporations are after me. Big pharma.
Legacy media.
Yeah. It's like,
and he always says they're coming after us.
Us. That's the way you play it. That's the right wing thing. But I've noticed something. A lot of people are going, this is terrible. He's lost his monetization just through accusations on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But say I was working at a place with vulnerable people or some place that could be influenced by what I do. If I had accusations against me, you're suspended.
You're suspended. Yeah.
So that's no difference to him. So shut the fuck up.
No, you're suspended.
You're suspended right away.
Yeah. Oh, it can be horrible.
I'm working at a place where there's some money and I've just had accusations of stealing loads of money. They'll go, hold on a second.
Yeah.
We're going to move
Till we
you
sort this out, yeah.
Yeah, that's exact. So I don't like people
but
going, you shouldn't have had that.
He's looking a little bit pinched.
Yes. I think he looks a little dehydrated. I think he's up late.
I think you're thinking, how do you get yourself out of this position?
Do you know when you wake up at 4 a.m. and you worry about something that when you wake up the next day is not a worry at all?
Yeah.
He's like that every second of the day. Every second of the day.
But there's people saying he's such a narcissist, part of him will still enjoy the notoriety. Well, that was his whole
shtick.
That's his whole
true.
shtick was notoriety.
Yeah, but this
is
not
notoriety.
Okay, but that's acceptable.
This is notoriety, but not on his terms.
Yeah, but that is acceptable.
He's not in control,
the psychosis of the whole thing.
Because he curated his kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
His shtick was very mannered. But the guy, this journalist guy, he came across well, but you could see there's a nervousness to him because he's not one to be obliterated, because it always comes in twos.
Yeah.
So somebody else will be blamed for Russell Brand. It's just the way of things. It's horrible.
But it's like the band Lost Prophets with that fucking paedophile pervert.
One of the worst.
But the band around them are going, it's not like we had no idea. We had no idea he was a bad person in any way. This is not the person we knew. And I can 100% believe that.
Destroyed.
Their families are ruined. This will change.
They don't get any money.
That's right.
They've
lost their income. They've lost everything because of this guy.
And you're never going to get another band. What was the band? Jimmy, how are you doing, mate? God, you're a great bass player. What was the band you're in before?
You
Lost
can't
Prophets.
even say.
What was that?
Lost Prophets. You can't even
No.
say. And something like that, the fallout of it's going to be massive. And there will be people around him going, look, Russell's a fucking arsehole. But I
Yeah.
had no idea he was doing this shit.
Oh yeah, most
And that's-
people.
that-
well,
and that'll be most people.
You're in the music business and you're an arsehole. Will I tell the listeners about how I stepped into like a noodling session?
No, it
the
wasn't
other day?
noodling.
So I'm walking.
It wasn't.
I thought I'll go down.
I wasn't even playing.
Thought I'll go down, and I walked in, and there was a smell in there, and an energy, and I walked
Mhm.
in, and you sat in this chair, like Donovan.
Was I
and,
playing?
I
I
could
wasn't
hear
even
the,
playing.
the strings
The
were
strings
just
were resonating
vibrating,
on their own.
and
I was holding it.
there's these two women, sad women, just looking
Sad,
at
very sad.
look, it was like the family with
Oh,
Charles Manson.
Jesus.
It had that vibe, but no sex.
No,
Just a
no.
kind of
Fuck. And
Yeah.
you went, oh, fucking pointed at me. I've come in at the wrong fucking
Oh, I was
time.
ang- I
You
was
were
a-
so
I
angry
was so angry about
because I
it.
had a guitar.
Oh, you.
I wasn't
just-
playing. I wasn't playing. It was on my knee. I wasn't playing. You're so
The
convinced.
dog was sat in the corridor,
So-
covering its ears with its paws. Yeah, so that was what other news has been happening in the news?
What other news has been in the news? I really don't follow it much at the moment.
I
I've been
watched
trying
another-
to avoid
What's
it.
another thing?
Oh God!
And
what?
it's these bothies. I like to watch things about people going to bothies because
What
I can't.
bothy?
I hate bothies because I'm not sleeping in a bothy and some cunt comes into the bothy when you're like.
I know hidden bothies.
Oh, I know a few bothies.
Oh.
I know people that were up in a bothy. There's about 6 of them. They went up. It was Glen Shee or something, and the weather was really bad.
Mhm.
And they went up and they went in the bothy and they had their whiskey and they had the fire going. They had all their stuff, and it's like 3 a.m. having a great old time.
Mhm.
Fucking door opened. A guy came in.
Oh yeah, this happens.
3 a.m, pitch black,
Yeah.
and he never said a fucking word.
No,
and he
that's
just and he
very
just
normal.
he just went and he sat and he just killed the mood. He just
Mhm.
sucked all the energy there. Anyway, so I was watching a thing in the bothy, and there was people in like Balmoral Estate.
Mm-hmm.
They've got they've got the bikes, Ken.
Oh, I've seen this.
So they're all going up this,
Yes.
and suddenly these fucking 4x4s, brand new Range Rovers, come flying past, and then as they go, there's the fucking Big Lugs Charlie,
Mm-hmm.
and such is the lunacy of it. There's a helicopter up there watching them, and behind them there'll be security, and in front of the security there's probably
Snipers.
Gurkhas covered
Yeah.
in camo, but he gets to walk like he's just out for a
on
stroll.
for a stroll, and they just stop and talk
They
to
say,
the
"Lovely
king.
man."
And I just go fuck off and keep going. That's
If he
what I would do.
if he
Fuck
just went
you.
like that, they'd just be obliterated.
I'd just be that's why you
Sniped.
got to be careful. I think I'm funny, but I may be in trouble. Oh,
I'd say, "I'm gonna pull your lugs,"
that's what happened to me the other day.
and then nobody would hear about it.
Co-op.
Right?
Go in
Somebody
the
shot
co-op.
you.
No, but you know how I said to you, I'm not getting involved.
No, you shouldn't.
I'm paying for my fucking coffee. That very one. I'm paying for the coffee.
This one,
Yeah,
it's nice. That
it's nice. So I'm
fair
paying,
trade.
paying for it. Now, doot, doot, doot. And this guy walks in. Well, he's walked behind me.
Oh,
He's got his phone out. And he's probably 22, 23.
try to take a picture of your
And he's
arse.
going like that. It's still not working.
Oh,
And I'm like, oh, right, okay. And he goes to the guy, where's the Wi-Fi? The guy goes, I don't know. If it's not working, it's not working. He goes, you know, I come in here every day to use the Wi-Fi. So why don't you get yourself in the back, maybe turn the router on and off again?
Well, he just
or
comes into the copy to
Right.
buy stuff or just to use the.
And he was so rude to the guy. And he went, well, do something then. And the guy went, it's not, look, it's free. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't know what's going on. It's nothing to do with me. And he goes, oh, nothing to do with it. And he started going on. And I stepped out my
What?
body and watched myself going, cunt. I said, that's £1,000 phone. Your bone conducting earphones are 350 quid and you can't afford your own internet. Shut the fuck up. Don't talk to that man like that. In fact, don't talk to anyone like that. Now, see this? This is my fucking debit card and I'm about to pay for this. By the time I turn back, you better be fucking gone. And I was like, stop.
Oh my god!
Stop. Right? Stop.
Imagine if he stabbed you to death.
Exactly. So anyway, he goes out the shop and he's standing at the door. And I
Waiting
went,
for you.
right, fucker. And as I walked towards him, he saw me and went, oh, way off to the side. Where one of those XL bully dogs was tied up,
Oh no, it's not.
barked at him, and he had to run and jump over the wall to get away from it.
There's a lot of XL bullies in Dundee. I think they had to put an XL bully down the other day. It bit a few people.
Well, this very dog, right? The next day, I'm back there again, and there's loads of people about, and the dog was tied up. And the woman's going, it's a lovely dog. We have a cat, and it's scared of the cat, and it's great with the kids. And the woman's going, yeah, but I tried to eat my fucking dog, and she's holding a wee Yorkie. And they're all going, is the dog okay? Well, yeah, the dog's fine. This woman's, and she goes, well, your dog's awful small, so it probably frightened him. That's why he tried to eat it in one bite.
Well, what happened was Dundee scumbags all had Staffies. Now, Staffies are lovely dogs. I'm not being
They're
doggist.
canny and
I'm not being
lovely,
doggist,
no.
but that was a dog they would have.
Yes.
And they would get them pulling a fucking tyre tied to a tree and what.
What
And
they see
they're
on
generally
TV,
lovely tree.
yeah.
So they kind of looked the part. They're a muscly thing. And the owners were always skinny and always had a muscly dog.
That's
But they
correct.
weren't intimidating. They all moved on to Huskies in Dundee. Every fucker had a husky.
Huskies are fucking dangerous.
Huskies, it's not a decent. You can't have a husky as a pet.
A husky's more of a cat than it is a dog.
It's a working dog.
Yeah,
It's a,
you can't train
but
them.
they were everyone had fucking huskies, but they've just got rid of them, and now they've all got XL bullies. Everyone.
And have you seen an XL? That one
It's
is
enormous.
giant.
Saying that, there used to be a big Akita that used to walk about the
Oh
students,
Jesus!
round
they're
about the
giant.
students' union,
Giant.
and the shits it did. You've seen nothing like
Yeah.
it.
It
But
like
it
on
was
Jurassic
massive,
Park.
and Akitas are like dead-eyed
Oh,
fuckers.
there's useless. You can't have
no,
them.
no.
They're war dogs, aren't they? You can't
XL
have them.
bullies.
But there's one here. It's fucking.
But they say the worst thing
massive.
about the XL bullies in the UK, they've all come from a very limited bloodline.
Yeah, they're all fucked.
And it's
yeah.
one in America called like Diablo or something,
Right.
the baby killer. And they've all used its spunk. So all these dogs in the UK are all cousins.
They're all insane.
and they're all insane.
Oh, it's not good.
The one good thing is, what I would do is, if somebody had an XL bully that bit somebody, I'd say, fine, you get to keep your dog. Oh, thank God, I love a dog. Yeah, back to the house with you. And just nail them into their house.
That's a great
And when
idea.
the dog gets hungry,
I'll just
whoever
eat you.
comes out first, either you come out having eaten the dog, or the dog comes out having eaten
It's
you.
like you know dogs.
Right.
There's dogs in this building, and when you see them, they look at you. There's
Yeah.
contact, and that dog up there stares into the middle distance
Yes.
constantly.
Well, it's just,
There's nothing going
it's
on.
like 1,000 yards there.
Yeah.
It's been to Vietnam. It's seen
It's
things.
just.
But
sitting
that's
there
not
angry.
of experience. That's just
It's just the way
it's genetic memory.
shocking.
I
Now
know.
let's do your favourite part of the
Oh, I
show.
hate this bit. I'd rather be mauled by an XL bully than listen to this shit. Right, go on.
Tyrone, hello gentlemen.
Oh.
Hope you're both feeling well. Firstly, are you both protecting yourself from attacks by dogs in the Dundee streets? Well, there you go. Yeah.
Saying that, about 8 years ago, I was walking past the Copy, and somebody tied a wee rough-haired Jack Russell outside the Copy on a long lead,
Okay.
and it had a range of death, and the thing was just biting everyone.
Everybody, yeah,
And
they're
it was
biting wee
running.
bastards.
And it was attacking cars and everything. And as I was coming up to it, it went for me. But I had my brolly and just went, and managed. But it was tearing my brolly to bits.
Oh, they're insane.
Yeah.
They're insane.
Yeah.
And lastly, I hope you're not being robbed by ginger-haired cold collars. Have a great show. Thanks,
What's
dude.
ginger-haired call?
I don't know. We're getting cold
Is
collars.
that Dundee? Is that some Dundee
That'll be
story?
something going on.
I did have a guy
Thanks,
at
dude.
half 10 at night. This is a few years ago. There was a chap at my door, and I opened the door, and it's this wee bockly little bastard.
Oh,
I goes, what do you want? He says, you need any gardening done?
yeah.
I says, are you fucking having a laugh? And I shut the door and put my shoes on, got my baseball bat and went after him. He was way up the street.
Oh, I had a guy at 9:30 at night.
Yeah, what-
I'm collecting for the hospital. I went, who the fuck is
I
that?
know.
Come tearing down the stairs and
Yeah.
just took off.
Yeah.
But you've got to make a noise so they go,
You've got to not, you can't just put them off that night, you have to put them off forever.
they just go, that's not
You've
worth
got
it.
to get into their genetic memory, so their brothers and their sisters
like,
and
that
their
fucking
offspring
cunt.
gonna come to your
I
house.
went, get the dog. Right, you. I went, get the dog. You. Phone the fucking police.
Get the XL bully. Get the nipple clamps.
If someone's in the garden, I'll go, Christ's sake, don't let the dog out. I'll kill them. I said, mate.
Imagine you went to
and
the
then
door.
they know there's an option.
You went to the door with
my
a
cat.
gimp mask on. I'll just
come
your
on,
cock
come
out.
in.
Come
Come
in.
in.
Oh God, thank God
I
you're
don't
here.
want to.
Okay, just a knife and fork. I'm
Oh.
hungry.
Chris Shadwins.
Oh gee whiz.
Good morning, oh wise ones. It's
Wow.
true. A recent study showed that Aberdeen is the cheapest city in the UK to own a home, with Dundee coming in second.
Is that true?
Is it? Is it?
Aberdeen, that means the house prices must have dropped
No,
because it was
wait.
expensive.
They're dropping massively in Dundee. It's like 14% or something.
Uh.
It's shocking.
Mm.
People are just buying houses now and just losing. Is right. What makes Aberdeen so much cheaper? It's full of Aberdonians.
No, but Aberdeen had oil. Aberdeen was a very expensive place to buy
Hold
a
on,
house.
hold
When
on.
the oil
The
moved
oil's
out.
a way to kick off again.
Is it?
It's got licenses, loads of them to start drilling
that's
again.
a bad
So
idea.
the money's a way to start. And what can Dundonians do to their own fine city to take that top spot, to make it cheaper? Listen, just the way we're going, the gangs have started a gang.
Yeah.
Everything started.
It'll soon be a
things
black
will-
market economy.
Yeah.
We are
Yeah.
going to be the only city in the UK that Valium is the local currency. You can buy Valium, just bags of
It
it.
has been that where I live for quite a few
Yeah.
years, so that's quite
Well,
acceptable.
I've always thought we should get that. We've spoken about this before. We should tidal power on the Tay. That's what we
God
need.
Almighty. Tidal power. Well,
the thought the V&A was going to cure everything in Dundee, and I'm sorry, it's not had that. It's had minimal impact,
done nothing.
hasn't it?
Yeah.
Minimal impact.
The new drive-through Greg's is doing better.
Because
than
I
that.
work with the public a lot, and they're always coming to me. We've just been to that V&A. A lot of space. That's what they say about it. Not much to
Small
see.
floor opens up into lots you can't
Yeah,
use.
huge atrium, massive.
Yeah, can't do anything with
Can't
it.
do anything with it. They should have things flying about in it, but no.
Oh,
First thing you
have
see
you
is a
seen
shop.
the dolphins and the jellyfish that just float through the air?
Wonderful.
I love them.
I'd like that shit.
I would go in if they got them.
Yeah.
But what they need, a whale. Imagine a full-sized whale just drifting about in there. That
No.
would be spectacular.
Mermaid with a huge cock.
Hi both. Stephen, I don't own a scrapyard, and Gillian Murphy here clearly owns a scrapyard.
I didn't say. Hold on. I
Yeah,
thought
well,
about this.
you d-
I didn't think you owned a scrap. I didn't say scrapyard.
He lives like Stig of the Dump.
I said knackers yard. Because the
Oh, there's a
Murphys in my
difference.
hometown, and
There's a
they have a
difference.
knackers yard, which is animal processing.
Yes, there is
so
a clear
come on
difference.
now. I said you were up to your elbows in sheep's guts, not broken car parts. So tell me, I'm telling you directly, get it right. Listen to what I'm saying. What's he saying anyway?
When we go to the
Is this
chip,
a couple?
it seems to be.
Gee whiz.
When we go to a chippy,
Did they listen to us during
when we go to a chippy, I like no salt or vinegar, so I can put it on when we get home.
Oh, you fucking.
But wifey says chippy vinegar is amazing and wants it covered in it. I've tried to tell her that it's just watered down normal vinegar and it's like pouring water on them and it's weak as piss. So settle the argument who is right. Right, I actually have a theory. I've got it all. It is better and I'll tell you why. When you walk past the chip shop, you never go chips. You never go
No, you
fish.
do.
You go vinegar.
No.
You smell vinegar
No,
and
you
it's
don't.
watered down vinegar. Just
Fish
like their
and-
sauce. No.
You smell the fish and chips.
No,
man.
you don't. No, you don't.
No,
you don't.
I do.
No, you don't. Well, you could do that through a fucking lead wall. The point is, that's what you like, the vinegar. It's watered down vinegar. And when you get tomato sauce in the chip shop, it's
No,
vinegar down. And the
No.
only one it tastes like that is Daddy's, because Daddy's is the best fucking
No.
sauce.
daddies. You like a mouthful of daddies. The Edinburgh people have salt and sauce. And the sauce is just watered down brown sauce, and they put it all over the fish and chips.
I love it.
It's disgusting.
It's vinegar
Edinburgh
down.
people are
Vinegar
pigs.
down.
Pigs.
No, they are pigs. They are pigs. We can't deny that.
Now, here
Not
we
as
go.
bad as Pfeiffer's, but they're close.
The strict rules.
Okay.
When you have fish and chips and you take it home, I don't have tomato sauce with it. I have salad cream. Always have salad cream with fish and chips.
Salad cream is nice.
I never have tomato sauce with fish and chips.
I like salad cream,
Mhm.
right? This is the secret sandwich.
Oh, God
Bit
almighty.
of bread, salad cream, then another bit of bread. It's wonderful.
Fuck's sake.
Okay.
I used to have a headmaster of mine. He lived in Glasgow,
Okay.
and where he grew up, the mums and dads used to throw down jelly pieces to them. They'd shout up to their mum, "Mum,"
Mhm.
and throw down a jelly piece. And he said what they would also do is they'd throw down sandwiches and that, and dogs would eat them, and then throw tellies at the dogs.
That sounds likely. I remember all
If
my
you hit
friends.
if you hit an XL bully with a telly, that would just annoy it.
It would annoy it. I had friends that lived at the Maltese in Adler,
Yeah.
and when the ice cream van came around,
Mm-hmm.
they would shout up at the windows, and coins would come down. You'd see them sparking off the road. I think 3 children died that way. They would just throw coins. And
I watched a thing on YouTube, and it was that fucking Pyramid Hotel in Las Vegas.
all right, okay.
And the guy was up in one of the top rooms looking down. It's just little balconies, open balconies. You can
Could
just
you
toss
slide?
yourself right. No, it's like that.
Oh, too steep.
No, so no, you're not on the outside. Inside's a
Inside's
giant.
an open balcony.
Inside's
Atrium.
open. Atrium.
It's like Dundee.
It's like the V&A.
Oh God!
But you could just toss yourself into the void.
I bet it's happened.
Yeah. So try salad, creamy fish and chips. It'll change your life.
Okay.
I
okay.
always get salt and vinegar.
I don't like
because
chips.
The vinegar goes in when it's wrapped.
Yeah.
Because a common misconception is fish and chips. The fish is fried. It's not. It's steamed.
Okay.
Because the batter covers the fish inside steamed. That's why it's the fish. A good fish and chips. The fish isn't greasy inside. It's just light and fluffy. 'Cause it's steamed.
When I get fish and chips, I don't like chips, so everyone gets them, and I don't like batter, so I pick it out. But I like breaded fish. Now that's the fucking game.
Breaded fish is for dogs.
I love it.
If I had friends round and we ordered fish and chips and they opened up their fish and chips and it was breaded fish, I'd say, get out the fucking
I
house.
love it.
You're eating that shit.
The bright orange shit
it's
on
disgusting.
it. I love that.
Nobody does
Mark Devlin.
that. Uh-huh.
2 Tunnocks caramel logs meet in airport. One says to the other, "How long you been away for?" That's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Don't let it go to your head. And that's for text messages. Now, half an hour in, can I start the show?
Feel
I've got
free.
something to talk about.
Okay. When a man
It's all
comes.
when it comes. It's almost my birthday. I'm getting old. And I got an
How
early.
old are you now? 54.
2. And I
You're 8 years away from 60.
oh, I know. That's what I'm doing shit
8
now.
years is nothing. It's almost Christmas.
I know.
And then it'll be Christmas soon again for the following year.
Dude, could you do me a favour and shut the fuck up?
Oh my God,
I'm depressed enough.
Would not like to be in your shoes.
So here's what happens, right?
Saying that, at least I'm eating fucking fish done in fucking
No
Ruscaline.
more
And I'm not
coffees
eating
for
any
you.
chips.
So
Go on.
I get an early present because I've been wanting to sort of get my health back on track. Not that it's bad, but my
You
sleeping
know how you could really get your
terrible.
health back on
How?
track? One-way ticket to Dignitas. That would
Okay.
sort you right out.
So my girlfriend bought me, as you see,
Uh-huh.
a
For
strap,
fuck.
but it's a sleep tracker because the problem is I have sleeping,
That's not a sleep
and I'm
tracker.
trying to identify.
That's a wank tracker.
It's-
That's
no,
a whacker.
it's on the wrong hand. So
Oh, I see.
I
Okay.
need to identify where I'm going wrong sleeping and then sort things out.
You have a tendency to overthink things, my friend.
Hold on. I'm trying to be... If you go to doctors, they give you them to find out what's wrong with you. So here's the thing, right?
A lot more than that.
It's a really good one as well.
Oh, no.
It's a really good one. So anyway, I've been using it for a week.
Oh.
This is my early birthday here. It's really nice. I've been using it for a week. And
But you're not
here's-
sleeping just now. Why
Wait,
have you got
here's
it
the
on?
results.
What,
No, you use it all the time. It tells you your
Oh.
activity and everything. Right.
No, but you should just tell your own activity because it's you.
No, wrong. Wait and hear this. You think you know, but you fucking don't.
I've got a fair idea what I'm doing during the day.
One.
Uh-huh.
One. This is my the last week yesterday's
Oh
results.
my God. See if other people start sending in their fucking data.
I wake
I'm
up.
walking away from this
No.
project. Go on.
Listen,
Go
this
on.
is so important. I wake up an average of 17 times a night, and I thought it was only 10, but I wake up 17 times a night on average.
Uh-huh.
I didn't. How is this possible? Anyway,
How does it know you wake up? Is it movement?
I don't know how it does it, but it's quite accurate because the times I was up, it has it.
But
perfect.
you actually get out of your bed when you wake up.
Hold on, this is where it gets worse.
Are you pissing 17 times a night?
No, it registers that different. It registers that as different, right? I'm not being peeing a lot at night at all.
No.
This is me just waking up and moving around. So, okay. Number 2, this is a week. I walk an average of 300 steps a week. That means the gyro on this has realised that I've stood up, I've done something and went
Is
back
this
to
at night
bed.
or in
At
total?
night, in my sleep. 300 steps. I didn't get up, but apparently... Now, I've said this. I said to my partner, I said, listen, I'm not sure this is working. It says I get up at night. She goes, you get up every night. This is brand new. I didn't know this information. I went, what do you mean I get up? She goes, you get up and you look out the window and then come back to bed.
Oh,
I
for
went,
God's sake.
what?
Just when I think
I
it
have
can't get worse.
never, ever in my life got up and looked out the window at night. Never. She says you do it pretty much every night. Right, so anyway, listen to this. The band has 41 minutes of me talking in my sleep. It records it. Now, I won't listen to it because it feels like...
I know it. It won't be in your voice.
It's not good.
It
It'll
won't
be
be
someone... Yeah, we're being possessed. But it's like
It's
seeing
a
yourself
fetus
drunk.
and fetu in the back of your head.
But
It's maybe that's it.
so it says to my girlfriend, this is... But I talk in my sleep. She goes, why do you think I wear my headphones to bed? And I'm like, what? This is all in the last 7 days. I've just found out this goes on, right? So, I have been perfectly still in 1 week of sleeping. I've been perfectly still for just under 6 hours. The rest of the time, I'm moving. The rest of the time, I'm constantly, I'm just moving. Right? This would explain the state of my duvet in the morning. It's always wrapped around my feet.
Well,
That's why you need the duvet knife.
it explains some things about the state of your duvet.
Some things. Oh, I'm too old for that.
No, I'm speaking
Now-
of shitting yourself.
Wait, I use my phone 4 times a night. I don't.
You checking messages?
No. So I talked to my partner again. I says, do I use the phone? She goes, this is what'll happen. She says, you're lying back fast asleep and you're holding the phone and your
Oh,
thumbs are going
God.
and there's nothing happening.
What are you doing?
Then you wake up and go, oh, the phone's in your hand, I'll use it.
Oh my God.
She says, you look at your phone while you're asleep.
What? Does this record like sound, this thing?
Yeah. And it's recorded. When it starts speaking, it records it. For 40, what is it? 41 minutes of me talking over a week. Just speaking. And she says, oh, you don't go blah, blah, blah. You have full conversations. Clear as when you're talking
She
now.
really needs to slit your throat. I'm not.
It's-
If I go, if you know here on Friday and I'll just get the courier and it says local elderly man.
She's used to it now. I've known her
killed.
18 years.
Elderly Dundonian killed. Dundonite.
Stop saying elderly. I'm a teenager.
You're not middle aged.
Number 6.
You're not living to 106.
Listen to this. My middle-aged, 106, so 52 and 52.
But next year you're 53, aren't you?
Oh, so next year your statement would
Yeah.
be correct.
Yeah.
Number 6,
Ah.
my temperature constantly fluctuates, right? And this is because I'm thinking I'm fighting with my duvet.
Because you're probably going to the fridge and putting ice cubes up your arsehole.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Something.
There's a possibility, right? So I'm thinking of just using a sleeping bag. I don't
No.
know what to do.
I know what we need.
What?
You know that Richard Harris film, A Man Called Horse?
Yeah, I love it.
You just need to suspend yourself from the nipples.
From the nipples.
That would stop you moving
Not
about.
again, not again.
I had a spell when I was a child of sleepwalking,
Okay.
and I did a partial Steve Marriott
Mm-hmm.
when I walked into a cupboard and thought it was a door and tried to get out, and I was just like, and I came to and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? And I have a couple of times when I've been drunk, like went on little journeys, find
Mhm.
myself on the stairs, and it was a spell. I saw ghosts. I thought I'd seen ghosts, but I was just drunk
Just drunk.
because I saw the leprechaun that time.
That's
But
right.
yeah, there's something weird going on with you. This is very
Well,
cool.
My girlfriend, I hadn't put it
What
here.
she needs, a shock collar.
That might work.
And it, right, this
Okay.
thing, I've thought this out. Well, no,
Okay.
I've just thought about it just now. Round the bed, you have
Exactly.
sensors.
Yeah.
Maybe an electric fence like they use on sheep.
A sort of Pavlovian response.
Yes, and then some sensors. And when you cross, you know that film Fortress?
Yeah. Head
That's-
explodes.
Your head explodes.
Well,
No, but I wouldn't want your head to explode. Just
My-
a shocking pain.
my girlfriend
A
has also
migraine
said,
inducing.
she says, I've watched you.
Uh-huh.
You sit upright like like Dracula.
Uh-huh.
You get up, you disappear. You come back in with a glass of water or a made cup of tea. You put it on the bedside cabinet and go straight to bed. You've never ever
Drunk
drank.
the tea.
Never.
But you've been waking up with this tea Saturday and you never thought, where'd that come from?
No. It's
Can you-
never. It's never crossed my
I'm
mind.
visualising you sitting up. It would be like that thing out of Pan's Labyrinth, just emerging. You know that? You know Nosferatu?
Yeah, yeah.
When he just comes up.
That's like me.
It's like the last voyage of the Demeter. Just
She goes like this. My girlfriend goes, it doesn't matter at any time of the year, any time of the night. If she wakes up, my eyes are open. I'm awake. She says, I've never seen you. She says, it's so rare to see you sleep.
This is unsettling. She needs to leave you quickly. She needs to get some of those strap-ins you get in the back of lorries.
A strap-in.
And really strap you down. You'd probably explode.
I don't know what would happen.
All that energy.
Oh, well, listen, number 7.
You're probably tired when you're waking up. You're a busier man asleep than you are when you're awake. Because when you're awake...
Wait, listen to this.
But
number 7, I burn 3/4 the amount of calories in my sleep as I do awake.
Yeah, fairly busy.
So I'm constantly like this in my sleep.
You end up like Flat Albert.
It's terrible. Number 8, right? My heart rate at its slowest is 38 beats per minute. At the fastest, 128 in my sleep.
You're having some dreams, man. Yeah,
I don't think I've ever had a dream, and I know why. I've never slept in my life. It gets so. Right.
Is there emissions? As they used to speak about when we were at school, a wet dream.
No, never had one.
I've never had a wet dream.
Never had a dream. Been awake all my life.
Yeah, wet dream, because I took precautions.
What?
I used to take an umbrella to my bed and all kinds of stuff. I thought, wet
didn't
dream,
know what's going to happen.
this is going to get wild, but nothing ever happened. Not even a speck. Nothing.
I'll tell you right now, I've never had any form of sex dream in my life. Never.
Oh, jeez.
I've never had one. I mean, I might have, but I can't remember. I don't remember anything. So this week I've also been trying things, and the advice I got.
I don't think there's any fixing this.
Well, I mean, to identify what was wrong, I thought it would be one thing.
But so what if identifying what's wrong? What are you going to do about it?
Well, you're meant to. These things I'm a way to say.
Number
one. Number one.
It won't work.
This is the advice. Don't sleep. So I thought it says don't sleep, force yourself awake, don't try and be asleep. Get up and do something.
Remember that X-Files episode when Tony Todd couldn't sleep?
It's me.
And he was just awake forever, and he just kept seeing all his mates from the platoon.
Yeah.
I would advise
Nam.
I would advise against that.
I remember Nam like it was yesterday.
Who's telling you not to sleep?
This.
You're like one of those breatharians. Don't eat.
No. It means make yourself more tired, right? Don't try and go to sleep. Get up and do something, and you'll be surprised. So I went out for a 23-mile bike ride. I was wide awake, and it wasn't like it was halfway
through the night.
Yeah, it was about 2 a.m. I'll tell you what. On that route, there's no one. It was lovely.
Funny that. Imagine if you're just cycling along and coming the other way is another weirdo fucking
can't sleep. Well, you just know they can't sleep.
Oh, God, can't sleep? No. Let's become mates. The two of you could go and do stuff together.
But I was listening to Wham's greatest hits, so it was
for
all
fuck's
good.
sake.
Now
That's too energetic. That's why you're not sleeping.
But when I got it, I felt great.
Wham's fizzing up the blood.
When I got in, it was 5:30 in the
Need
morning.
a bit of Jesus and Mary chain. Somebody really
maybe
depressed.
That's all right. But 5:30 in the morning, I got in, and it was because it had the energy. It just stayed up. It just stayed up. It was fine. Now,
it's hard to explain. Now, being alive, being a sentient creature.
That's me.
Nobody's fucking claiming it's easy, but most idiots I know manage to get by. They do the. Can I mean they eat, they sleep, the defecate. You struggle with all these things. You avoid chips.
I don't like chips.
I don't know what the hell did your mother? Were you part of some fucking experiment?
Yes, I was. Ship toothpaste. Ship toothpaste.
What was that?
I was involved.
What was that experiment that made the Unabomber?
Ship toothpaste.
It wasn't a ship toothpaste.
It was ship toothpaste.
That the
When I was at primary, ship toothpaste, right, came round and they said to everyone, you're going to get free toothpaste. As much as you want.
In Dundee.
And we're going to study.
Didn't
we're going to study what happens. And it was a white packet with a red ship on it. Nothing else. And we're testing it, but you get free toothpaste. No one tested you. No one came around. But every fucking couple of months, 100.
Oh, no, but you know what that's all about.
It was creating super soldiers like me.
It's just because Dundonians had fucking shit teeth.
No.
So they fooled you all into thinking you're part of a special experiment. They were just
It went
giving you
on.
toothpaste.
It went on till I was about 18.
They were just giving you toothpaste.
We used to give it away.
No, they're just
Tons
giving
of
you.
It
It
wasn't.
was a project to improve Dundonians' teeth.
It wasn't. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Nobody knows who it was behind it to this day. They went to the council and says, we can provide all this free toothpaste. Nobody knows who it was. Ship didn't exist. It's a big conspiracy. Ship toothpaste. I was part of it. Super soldier. Can't sleep.
God's sake.
I put headphones on. I have audio hallucinations. That's why I can't
Can
wear
you
headphones.
sleep when you're in the VA world?
In the what? The VR.
Not VA. VR.
In the VR, it
VA
helps
is
a
like
lot.
Tony Todd, I suppose.
Yeah, it helps a lot.
Does it? Okay.
It does. It does help a lot. I'm quite happy in there.
Aye.
But there's not. The problem is, right, if I'm in my Amazon cinema and you're watching a nice film or something.
Amazon's about to put adverts in, so
I know, I'm
getting
not
rid of
happy
Amazon.
about that. So
what's an advert look like in VR?
I've not
Is
had
there a
any.
VR advert where it's like fish fingers and you're sitting at a table and fucking
No,
Captain
it's
Bird's
usually
Eye's
just
pulling your
adverts
plonker?
on the screen.
Is
It's the
it?
screen in front of you.
That's
There's nothing.
annoying.
But you're in this cinema. Now, to make the VR work, you need to have lights on. So if it's 3 a.m. and you're in this lovely calm cinema and the film's just stopped, the lights are subdued and you take it off, you're in your own house with all the lights on.
How
And it
depressing.
just,
in,
boom.
in your own body.
Yeah, and it's your own body. It's awful. Next 2, focus on the morning. Don't think in now. Think of the morning, and it can trick your body into feeling tired, apparently. But then I was doing that, and I get stressed because I've got shit to do. So I was getting all, starting worrying.
I'll be honest with you, that sounds like bullshit.
Well, these are all.
So far it said the best way to get a good night's sleep is A, not to sleep,
Yes.
and B, focus on getting up.
Yes. Right. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
Has nobody heard of
wait.
like a bit of fucking Robin? Was it Robert? What was the whistling guy? Galloway.
Oh yeah.
A bit of whistling and a hot milk and honey. That would sort you. A bit of cinnamon in it.
Well, the thing is, right, we have our suspicions there's at least 2 people who watch this show that are using us as a case study. Do you think this will help us or them? Do you think this will
Not
get their
really.
thesis done?
Well, the thing is, I come across as perfectly normal.
Oh, now
But you, my friend.
Can I just? What I'm going to do is I'm going to take an invisible marker and I'm drawing a line.
Aye.
You've just crossed it.
I'm perfectly
You've
normal.
crossed it, man. I feel I'm normal. I just express what's going on in my life.
No, there's nothing normal about it. Every time you... Oh, God's sake.
Oh, this one is terrible.
Every episode of this is about 10 or 12 things that are not normal.
I don't. I know. I don't. I'm just.
I've run out of
I'm honest.
coffee.
3, allow yourself to worry. No, that's terrible advice.
No,
I
but
worry so
see
much.
when your brain's at your best, optimum brain.
3 in the afternoon.
No, 3 in the afternoon's a dip. That's
No,
not true.
I'm
no.
at high speed.
No, see, that's what I mean. You're a fucking anomaly. 3 o'clock is your rhythm. That's where you should have a wee power nap. That's when early man, 3 o'clock. That's not optimum.
If I
time.
need a power nap, I can take one for 90 seconds standing up in my room. No problem.
Jesus Christ.
I can do that.
You're like bicentennial man.
No, I can do that. I just shut down.
Well, can when they go to the robot graveyard. No, when you go to your bed at night, my brain, that's when I have some great ideas. You can be lying in your bed and you have some wonderful ideas.
No, I freak out.
Optimum. That's
I
when
hate
my
it.
optimum. And then I go to sleep and I forget all my good ideas.
The only Edgar Allan Poe quote I know is because it was at the start of Dream Warriors. Is sleep, those little slices of death, how I loathe them. That's the way I feel.
But death is not like sleep. People
No.
go, it's like to take the long sleep.
It takes something from me. I
'Cause death
resent
is-
sleep.
Death is less than sleep. You resent... I see a pattern developing.
Oh,
You resent food because you think it gets in the way.
it does get in the way.
You resent sleep because it gets in the way.
I need
I've
to be
got
doing
bad
stuff.
news for you.
If I could take a pill,
The stuff it's getting in the way of is not great.
if I could, no, it is. I've got loads to do. I
Mate, it's still great.
I've got stuff to do now. If I could take a pill,
Uh-huh.
a little yellow pill, and I wouldn't need to eat and wouldn't need to sleep.
It's like the never-ending gobstopper you're looking for.
Yeah,
So you pop the gobstopper in your mouth first thing. Breakfast.
lovely.
All through the day, little souks of coffee. Lunchtime, tea, and then a knock-up drop puts you to sleep at night.
No,
It could fix your whole life.
a
with
wake
one.
up drop. I don't sleep again. Then I could get more work
Can
done.
your arsehole taste flavour?
Yes,
Can it?
I believe so.
So could you have a flavoured suppository?
Yes.
You know how you get that the thing they're pushing now. I've never experienced it, but it's the flavoured water, but it's just the smell.
Yeah.
But I've eaten a cheeseburger while taking a shit, and I don't. The cheeseburger doesn't taste like shit. It tastes like cheeseburger.
No.
Where I can smell a rev.
I think it works like your brain tunes out your nose. You can always see your nose, but your brain just chooses not to see it.
Okay, I can't see my nose, mate.
And you don't have a
I
nose.
have a small nose.
It's
I can't
a small
see it.
nose.
I would imagine having a big nose and seeing it all the time.
I knew a girl who could sleep face down
Oh,
on a desk because her nose was pushed in the way. She didn't have the bone. She
oh,
could push it right in.
that's useful.
Isn't it good?
That's wonderful.
Number 4. Think about nature. Now, I read this. Think about nature. The first thing that jumped into my head was a killer whale going up the beach and grabbing a seal. The blood everywhere. The screaming. The tragedy of life and nature.
I like the shit.
Wide awake.
I like the killer, the shark, great white sharks. So let's peek out and have a look about.
Have a look around. Also, the next thing that jumped in my head: lions. Fuck lions. I hate
I
lions.
never have a problem sleeping, but I do like to sometimes put on I like the sound of rain on a tin roof.
It's
lovely.
like all these YouTube channels, 10 Hours of Rain or
It's
a
nice.
cyberpunk.
I've
home
got
or something.
Amazon. Alexa will do that for me. You get the one that's a beach. I like the shingle on a beach.
That's just white noise.
Or I like to have a Range Rover driving over gravel, just on repeat,
so
just on loop.
going over your Highland estate with
Yeah.
your helicopters following
My
you.
helicopters, my Gurkha regiment.
Number 5.
Uh-huh.
Focus on the sound of your breath. And then I went,
Don't.
what if I hear
Don't.
the sound
A
of my
rat.
sex wheeze?
Don't. Don't.
You know, when I'm doing this, I
you
sound
get-
like a tortoise.
Your body gets by perfectly well. Imagine you started thinking about your heartbeats. It would probably
You'd make it
stop.
skip.
You'd skip it.
Mhm.
If that's what they say about being in a completely soundproofed room, you hear your own heartbeat and shit.
And
It would
goes
drive you mad.
I've been in one of those rooms. Not a perfect
There was
room,
a
but I've
challenge
been
thing
in a
I
good...
saw on Twitter. I think it was a joke thing, but it said, would you stay in a darkened room,
Mhm.
pitch black, for a year for £1 billion? And I don't think anybody could do
I
it.
don't think you can. Yeah, and
With
now,
no stimulus.
when do you start hallucinating? After about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
3 to 5 minutes,
you'd
you'll start
lose your
seeing
mind.
lights and
And
everything.
did you
yeah.
watch that film that had Willem Dafoe? He's a cat burglar, and he's breaking into steal art from a luxury apartment.
This sounds familiar.
but he gets
This is not an old film.
no, it's like last year.
Yeah.
But there's a mistake and it gets shuttered up like the Keeler Centre, and he's end up trapped in there.
Oh, you don't want to be
And
trapped
it's
in the
just- he
Keeler
just
Centre.
goes mad trying to escape. It's wonderful.
Oh, Jesus.
I watched a wonderful film the other night. It's a young lassie. She's a bit of a shut-in, and she's in the house. Something's happened, and she doesn't go into town much. She's got like agoraphobia, and the aliens invade.
Oh.
And it's her. There's no dialogue. She says a sentence in the whole film.
Oh,
Ain't no one to help you, or something it's called.
I've
The
seen that.
the
yeah.
lassie in it is
Advertised.
fucking incredible.
She
What an
good.
actress!
Speaking
She's
of
just
good
all
actresses,
expression.
Alexis Louder in Cop Shop. I want to see her in everything.
Oh, she's wonderful.
She was great. I'm gonna
She-
watch Cop Shop again.
She popped up in someone else.
She was in something recent. What was it called? I forget. Anyway,
She's so good. And that Cop Shop could have been good, but
it's on the verge of being an absolute classic.
Jerry spoiled it though. He
I think it could be remade.
I know you love Jerry
Get it
Butler,
done
but
again.
he
Oh,
spoiled it.
the Butler Fest is going ahead. It should be December, and it's going to celebrate our 4-year anniversary. And so to remind everyone, it'll be over 3 nights.
Let's get
It'll be a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It'll be 3 great Jerry Butler films. We're going to let them know.
great Jerry Butler films.
No, they're not. But the point is, they're
Dracula
great.
2000 has to be one.
That's going to be done. Geostorm, and what was the other one? Angel Has Fallen
Is that the last
in
one?
Bulgaria.
Bulgaria with the nanotech,
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
Jesus.
so bad.
the drone swarm.
Number 6.
Uh-huh.
Exhaust your mind, not your body. I can't do that. My mind tortures me. I can't allow it to get out of control. I've got to keep the fucking tight reins. I've got a shock collar on my brain. And if it starts thinking, I go, don't you fucking dare. Don't you dare. Keep working. Keep doing something.
Like Homer Simpson, aren't you? Essentially.
What?
Homer Simpson's like his brain's kind of out of control. You're like Homer Simpson.
You know what? I love Homer, but I've never been so insulted in my life. Number 7.
Uh-huh.
Pretend you're asleep.
Oh, for fuck! This is
No,
nonsense.
and you know what happens? I tried it and I felt double
You're like,
awake.
Oh, you're snoring yourself.
And it was like that. I'm asleep, relax. I'd done the thing you told me from the top of your head. Relax all
Soften
the
the
way
belly.
down.
You know, no.
And I go,
You're doing it wrong.
oh, that's
It's
why
from the toes up.
it made me need a shit.
If you're doing it from the head down, it's not going to work.
As soon as I got to my bowels, I went, I'm needing to go.
No, you go for your tippy toes and you work your way up.
My toes. Oh,
Take
I
your
was
time,
gonna-
your buttocks.
So I was waking myself up.
That pancake arse of yours, just tense, relax.
I was so tense by the end of it. I
No
needed
wonder.
the toilet. So I was sitting on the toilet. I took my tablet in and I watched half a film. It took ages. So anyway, number 8, turn off all electronic devices,
Yes.
right?
That's probably your problem, mate.
So I done it and I sat in this silence and it was back. And then I started picturing killer whales. I started picturing lions, killer whales teaming up with lions, right?
Okay.
And by that 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm awake thinking about whether they could team up. Do they know each other? I don't even know if they're aware of each other. Could they
They've
team
never
up?
met.
It's possible. I've seen lions standing knee deep in the sea.
It's like lions and tigers hadn't met until people started putting them to fuck each other. And put
Yeah, that's
ligers
true.
and
Ligers.
tigons.
It's
Fucking
not
giant
good.
things. They're like the XL bullies of the animal kingdom. They're just, the
And
lions.
they look
Lions
rough.
absolutely fucking stink. They stink.
That's why I don't like them.
They
One reason.
stink.
And they're blue and play bass in bands. I hate it. I hate it. I hate
The only
lions.
lion I like was Parsley the lion.
No, he's
Remember
a
him?
prick as well.
The Herbs.
I hate
Never on
all
the telly
lions.
anymore.
And so it shouldn't. It's got a lion in it. And it's not like I've got a psychological problem with lions. I just think they're pricks. I hate
The
them.
lions.
They're ugly.
If I was getting beaten, I'd be eaten by a lion rather than a wild dog. Because lions suffocate you and then eat you when you're dead. Wild dogs grab you by the back
And they just-
end and eat for
A
the
pig,
arsehole
they
up.
go from the toes up.
Arsehole up, yeah. Yeah.
Soft tissue.
Yeah.
Dangly bits. No. So this is my sleep process. I'm trying to
It's not
fix
a
it.
process. You've just listed a load of nonsense.
Well,
All the solutions were nonsense.
your solution
And all that band thing in your wrist is just you now get obsessed over these little things. You'll be lying
it's
in,
stressed me more.
you're going to be lying in bed wondering what that thing's doing. It's just making the thing all worse. You need to step out of yourself and think less.
I've got... See, it's connected here to my phone.
Remember that poor kid that was he was dentistry in Glasgow, and he worked out his study program.
Uh-huh.
So he needed to reduce. He had a pie chart, and he had it all planned out.
Okay.
And the thing getting in his way was he's sleeping, and when he was sleeping, he couldn't study. So he was knocking himself out each night at like 3 a.m.
That's a good
But
idea.
he died.
That's a bad
He
idea.
used chloroform and died.
Shit. Okay. Well, as you see, right here,
Switch off your phone.
I've already used 1,000 calories.
Uh-huh.
Right? I've used 1,000 calories, and I've ate 250.
You've become.
I'm in the negative
my
all
fa-
the time.
My favourite person at my work's a wee guy called John.
Okay.
And John looks like a hobbit. He's a wee tiny wee.
Oh, you've mentioned them.
Well, discussing him, lovely, he's my favourite person. But we discussed the other day that he is smaller than Ronnie Corbett,
Okay.
but bigger than Jeanette Cranky. No. Yes.
That would be right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He's
a-
in the middle. He lies
that's
in the
a-
middle of those two people.
That's a good height to be.
But he has his phone and he's always telling me steps and everything. But he does it in a charming way. You do it in a strange
But
fashion.
my steps, I've hardly moved today. I've only done
Yeah.
3,000 steps today.
But what you do, this is my thinking here.
11 a.m.
Half the problem with you is
Yeah.
technology is affecting your sleep pattern. And what you're trying to do is solve the problem created by technology by using technology.
It's negative. It's zeroed itself.
This is a modern
I've
world
levelled.
now. Humanity has a problem, and people just come in and go, "We've got a tech solution." Here's one. There's an advert going on just now that's about fridges,
Okay.
and it's claiming the problem people have with fridges. People like to just stand and stare into the fridge, but
That's
there's a door.
correct.
So now you get a fridge where you flick a switch,
You
and
can see through it.
it's a thing. It's an electronic device. It's not just a glass door.
All right.
I think it's like a screen. Am I wrong in this?
That's
I've not paid much
excessive.
attention.
That's excessive.
Just fucking.
I would just open it.
Open the fridge. It's not a problem
I don't
anybody
stand
has.
there staring.
No, it's not a problem people have. It's I remember
I
there was
go
a,
in and get the goat's milk.
there's a guy I work with and they employed him, and he just came in. This is few years ago
Okay.
now, but he just started going Facebook, and the management at the time knew so little about the internet. They thought he was an IT whiz.
Okay, this happens.
They
So
thought this guy's a social media genius. Just an idiot.
I know
Mhm.
someone who was working for Maite Garcia,
Mm-hmm.
Prince's ex-wife, building websites.
Uh-huh.
She has so little understanding of not only what a website is, but what the internet is.
Right.
No concept, right? To communicate the most basic thing, no, you need to put your name on the front. And she would say, but people know who I am. You go, no, but you need a name. The website needs an address, but people know who I am.
Oh my God.
She's insane,
Oh yeah.
but she has no concept of how to even use a phone. Maite Garcia, that's
Well,
a fact.
Mariah Carey doesn't know how to use a straw.
I could believe it. I could believe
Eamon Holmes doesn't know how to tie shoelaces.
it. It is difficult. Mine
People-
came out this morning.
People have issues.
I can't use round laces. They've got to be flats.
Okay.
And the rounds on this that always come out.
But you need there's generally a simple solution to most problems.
Technology.
I don't think that's going to help you in the slightest. You'll knock a shit out of it for a while. You'll find some data about yourself you didn't need to know. Then you'll discard it.
There's a lot of data on it that's surprised me.
That's in a cloud. Someone's studying you.
I think I think a lot of people.
You're like one of those poor fucking monkeys that Elon Musk that killed.
Yeah. Did you see? How did they put the neural link in? They put it in with wood screws. They just screwed it in with a
Why is
Phillips
he-
screwdriver
why is
into
he-
his brain.
Why is he allowed to do this shit?
You shouldn't be allowed to do it.
No, but he's not.
They're
the-
killing all these. Here's the thing
He's a fucking cunt.
with animals like that.
Ah,
There's animals that are bred for experiments and stuff like that. But you're not just allowed to get a primate and kill them.
no.
This is in New Zealand. I think the primates have human rights,
No, but he's
which
just,
is fantastic.
but he's working at it. This is a guy that Peter already goes, oh, AI's going to kill us all. But then you're like, but you are incubating this AI by like
And-
fucking drilling into monkeys.
Yeah, but he said that he's invented AI now. Did you hear that? Because he had like a 2% share in some company that started AI. He says, well, if it wasn't for me, it wouldn't be there.
he's a fucking cunt.
He's an idiot.
I'm fed up with that fucker.
Yeah.
I'm
And
fed up with that
he's a
fucker.
way to charge. It looks like he's probably going to charge everyone for Twitter.
I'll be done.
So that'll be done overnight. So we'll all just, guys,
I wouldn't have give that cunt
Threads.
a dime.
We'll just all go over to Threads that moment, like everyone will, and that'll be it.
I'm not paying that fucker.
I'm not paying a penny for a shit site. I just get
Twitter's got a lot worse. I've noticed now.
getting followers, and
I've
it's
no-
all dating sites.
We
and-
get a lot of like we never used to, but it's all like Angela 52692.
yeah.
liking-
Lots of that. Lots
Why,
of that.
you're like, why is a woman liking anything we post?
Exactly.
You
We
know?
know some do, and we're worried about you. We have concerns.
We had to check they were real women.
We weren't convinced. Ladies and gentlemen, let's check if there's any more texts, because sometimes
Please no.
some come in late. No, nobody.
That's good.
Nobody
Thank
else.
fuck.
Nobody else.
Thank fuck.
Not. I know some people were texting, but they didn't all get through. So it happens.
How
It's
disappointing. How very disappointing.
Internationally, it could be an issue.
I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, well, that was me trying to get some sleep, and I'm going to
What I
work
would
at
do
it.
is switch all your stuff off at
That's what I'm doing.
8 at night.
Oh, early.
Early.
Oh, I'm feeling stressed.
No, just
How
eat,
do I watch my
and
tablet?
Have a nice. Well, you're just not.
But the
gonna have
silence
to.
wakes me up.
No, it's just not. No, you're not going to be able to.
Oh
You're
my
essentially.
God.
I watched the film Blue Beetle the other day. You're like
Okay.
Blue Beetle.
Was that good?
No, it's loads of shit.
Sounds like
It starts off fun, but then they run out of money in the end, and it's all just rubble. He looks like a Power Ranger.
oh no.
Yeah,
Well, why am I like Blue Beetle?
because he's an amalgam of like he's a cyborgian creature. It's all
Okay.
blended, you know.
Actually, you know what?
Mhm.
I'm saving up at the moment.
What for?
Next year, in spring, I think, the iPad
you
Pro
last till
Ultra
spring.
will be coming out, and I
Oh.
think I'm going to buy myself
I'm not
one.
giving that kind of-
But I think it's going to be a ridiculous price. So I'm
not
going to
worth it.
sell some things to get it.
Not worth it.
It's going to.
I know.
I
It's
think
in
they're
China.
starting at 1,500.
In China, they tried to get their
a
own
lot.
phone, the Huawei.
Yeah.
And it's a patriotic thing, so
Yeah.
they've got people outside with flags, but it's shit phone. But they've said they've invented it, and it's all just a rip off. But it heats up. It gets so hot the protector screens peel off.
Oh no!
But the new iPhone's been launched in China, and it's just record breaking.
I have to say, I didn't understand Apple. I didn't.
I don't have
because
any
it was too
Apple.
expensive.
I don't have any.
It was
Apple
just
stuff.
beyond me. So I mean,
But
my
they are
first
the
phones were
leaders.
second-hand.
Everyone copies them.
But this year, I bought myself an iPad because they were really good deals, and I just got one. And I thought I needed a new tablet. My old tablet was just getting slower and slower, so I got this, dude.
Is it good?
It's fucking great.
Right. Okay.
The quality, the how you interact with it, all the apps on it.
Yeah.
If an app says, "Oh, it does this," it fucking does it,
Yeah.
and it does it as good as my fucking PC.
Oh wow.
Right, things are fucking great, and it sold me so much. I was like, well, £1,000 for a phone. Hold on, the camera on it is as good as that one up there. That was a £750 camera. Everything on the phone is so high quality. I have to say, at £1,000, it's kind of worth it. What you're getting for it.
Yeah.
It does make sense, and that's me saying that would never spend. And then because the iPad Pro, you now get Final Cut for it, which is editing and that. Well, you're getting the full version for it, and everyone's saying it's fucking perfect. You can make a movie on this fucking thing. So
they're the leaders.
£1,000.
Yeah, okay.
Well, my laptop was $1,300.
You see, we kids running about with iPhone.
That's what I don't understand. I wouldn't allow it. You're making them a target.
Yeah.
I wouldn't allow that. But I have to say, the new iPad Pro Ultra, if it's $1,500,
you need to
I
get
could sell a few things and get it.
Yeah, you need to sell the iPad and an XL bully.
And an XL bully.
Because an XL bully is about £2,000.
I have a lot of music equipment that I don't use that I could. But it's going to take a lot to get it. It's a lot of money.
Could you maybe sell your guitar as well?
No.
Okay.
My guitar, I've only got one guitar of
That's
value.
one too many. Could you sell it? Just get
the one I had the other day. That's only about £300 for that.
For your noodling. Well, if you need to get an iPad, I think you should.
My
sell that.
other guitars I made, so they have no value.
Oh no, sentimental.
And I have one Ibanez 7-string, and that's all done up. So that's maybe got a £700 value.
Yeah, okay.
About that.
Okay.
Because they lose value. They're just
everything does.
They're just
mate.
lumps of
Everything
wood.
loses value. Just everything.
The pickups on it cost me like £250.
Well, money will soon be irrelevant. It'll be cowrie shells in the next 5 years.
Probably. Ladies and gentlemen, join us on Patreon where you could see the full video version of this, and you can help me with my sleep.
Because we need coffees and that.
We need coffees.
I've had one's not enough.
And we need more patrons because I've got to buy an iPad to edit.
I just need to spend money on shit. So
no, I honestly, there will be a point where most of the work in the show all gets put onto iPad.
Oh my God.
I could see it because at the moment I do all the audio on the PC with Reaper.
I'm not saying you're that deluded,
but I could go
but
over
have you seen that interview with that guy Liam Payne?
No, why?
His latest thing is he's like gone off his nut completely. He's been interviewed by one of the Pauls, Logan Paul.
Right, okay.
And he said that he was basically, that Five Erection band was built around him.
Oh,
Simon Cowell
no.
said, we're taking you're the kernel and we're building it around. And then the bit where the band went together and he's picked last. And then he says that he's the biggest success from Five Erections.
Oh no.
Says he's had 1 billion downloads. And then they show the data and he's the least successful one.
Here's the thing though.
It's the poor bastard.
When I was living in the States with this girl, she had a lot of sisters. And every sister I said to them, I went, but you know, you're the favourite one. They all believed it. And then one day they were talking to each other. And he went, he says that to me. And I went, you prick, right? But they all left and the girl was left. I went, but you know you're the favourite. She went, yeah, I know. You done it to them all again.
Oh, yeah, that's a bit brand-esque, isn't it? That's a bit manipulative, mate.
Well, I had to be nice. They would drive
Who's
me
that
around.
chapping in the U-tree calling?
It's not the same. The one that would drive me around was 8 months pregnant, and I named her baby as a joke. And she named the baby.
Oh, God.
She actually named the baby it, and I said it as a joke. So I'm back in Scotland, and her mother fucking phones me. Tell her to change that kid's name. I know you think you were funny, but we've now got a kid. I'm not going to say the name, but they've got a kid, and I said this most stupid thing, and she named the baby it. Oh
no.
my God, I felt so
Jesus
bad.
Christ.
So I had to phone her, but it was too late. She was happy
Everything's
with it.
too late, mate.
It was too late. Ladies and gentlemen, join us next time.
And wash your balls.
Oh yeah, let's get back to it.
Get back to
Wash your balls.
Wash your balls.
It's very important. Until next time, laters.
Auf Wiedersehen, tata, bye.